Oh, absolutely massive update in the Carmelo Anthony case after getting the worst possible news yesterday, where I'm sure that his lawyer and family were hoping, praying, anticipating the judge to continue, or the grand jury to return, a lesser charge because, well, Carmelo Anthony has gotten a break at every conceivable term. Well, what would you do after you got charged? Formally charged for first degree and taking someone's life. Probably not much different. I assume you would probably have expected it. Well, that's not what Carmelo Anthony's family did. They asked for an additional, after raising $500,000, they demanded another $1 million, and finally updated their backers, who have been getting grifted to the moon. There's a lot to get through in this video. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you appreciate the continued coverage on this case. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are covering it. The narrative is still out there. We have Reverend Ray Sistman, who follows me, apparently. Now, I don't know if this is a meme account. I don't care what the indictment says. Self-defense is not a crime, and Carmelo Anthony is innocent. Oh my goodness, innocent. Well, here we have the official report yesterday after the indictment. Now remember, you get charged by a DA, but the grand jury for felonies has to come back and say, we agree with those charges or we don't agree with those charges. We think you should do a lesser charge, maybe manslaughter or something like that, instead of the first degree, which carries up to life in prison. Here is a local reporter on the beat.
We have confirmed with Collin County authorities that an indictment of first-degree murder has been handed down by a grand jury against Carmelo Anthony. The 17-year-old Frisco High School student has been free on bond since this incident on April 2nd. We are also waiting for reaction or a statement from his attorney and family spokesperson. The father of Austin Metcalf, who was killed, Jeff Metcalf, tells me in a statement he is, quote, just glad that the process is moving forward, and I look forward to the trial now, end quote. We are also expecting a statement from Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis,
whose office
will prosecute this case. A first-degree murder charge carries with it a possible sentence of 5 up to 99 years or life in prison if convicted. Anthony claims he stabbed Metcalf in self-defense during an altercation that preceded the stabbing. Now, the next step in this legal process is the assigning of a judge who will then set an initial appearance date. And that initial appearance date for Carmelo Anthony could be, I'm told, days, weeks, or even months down the road. And a trial date won't be set before 2026.
So now we know that the trial date will not start until at least next year. So that is a full year out of prison that Carmelo Anthony is going to get. Minimum, plus the entire trial. So this guy gets to play his Madden, his NBA 2K, all that kind of stuff. He should absolutely be back in prison. Here you have saying this judge reduced Carmelo Anthony's bail by 75% because he was black. Carmelo Anthony is on the street and back in school after taking another kid's life. That's not true. He graduated, but he's not back in school. Nobody should be able to return to normal society while they have a first-degree charge over their head. I don't disagree with that. Sarah Fields, who's been on the beat, also wrote, Carmelo Anthony has been awarded special privileges from the beginning of this case. If you're unfamiliar with the privileges he and his family have received while the Metcalfs have been smeared and defamed, read my highlights tab for all the case updates. I have been very thorough. This was in response to when my ex-postmaster was indicted on the same charge, he was rearrested and given a higher bail. First arrest was $100K, second arrest was $500K. Why is this different? Well, it's because he's young, black, and the judge is a black female. That's why, in my opinion. Now, I'd have to see a detailed record of this judge's decision-making in terms of, in what cases they give a break and in what cases they don't give a break. But I would argue that probably played. Matt Walsh wrote, Carmelo Anthony is currently walking around free, absolutely insane to have a guy out on bail when he has a first-degree charge. Throw him back in jail until he's convicted and sent to prison for life. Sarah Fields replies, they won't. This family has been shown special privileges from the start. Now we have some breaking news. Carmelo Anthony's family has now updated their give, send, go to nearly double its previous request to $1.396725 million. How they got to that number, I have no idea. By the way, there's also a rumor going around that this Dominique Williams guy from the Next Generation Action Network might have spent some time with Karmelo's mom. That's pure speculation. We're going to take a look at, see if they have any evidence of that too. In their statement regarding Karmelo, they state that the district attorney indicated there's indicted their son and refer to him as the reader's nephew, friend, and neighbor. They imply that Karmelo will decide on a full trial as opposed to a plea deal. So he's refusing a plea deal, which is actually extraordinarily risky. I'm pretty sure they got this dude dead to rights. Like, it's wild. I mean, I don't know what the plea deal is, obviously, but if it's anything less than life in prison, I'd be strongly considering it. They state that the funds are for the following: safe relocation for their family, which they've already done with the first $500,000. Basic living expenses. Yeah, I know the average family needs $1.4 million a year for basic living. Transportation, trauma-informed counseling for the entire family. Enhanced security measures, likely from Dominique Alexander's fraudulent security team, and retaining a qualified legal counsel and investigative team. Now, they already have a lawyer, though. Now, are they saying they want to buy more lawyers? I don't think the more lawyers you have on the case, I don't think that that's going to increase the likelihood of a not guilty plea. He stated that there will be a trial. I'm sorry, Dominique Alexander, the career criminal who has been advocating for Karmelo, also released a statement today. He stated that there will be a trial. He will be using his fraudulent organization to ensure that Karmelo receives a fair trial. He states that the case is an example of what it means to be black in America, and where even self-defense is questioned. Karmelo is clearly not being held accountable for his actions by his father, his family, or influences around him. And you see, donating to the Metcalfs. Here, Karmelo's Anthony's father has also posted on Facebook a message from the Anthony family with gratitude, strength, and faith. The Anthony family would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has supported us through this unimaginable tragedy. Thank you for your prayers, letters, donations, and unwavering encouragement. Today received the official news that Collin County District Attorney has indicted our son, your neighbor, your friend, your nephew. The moment we had hoped we would never face, yet one we've been preparing for throughout these long, painful months. Through it all, you, our community, have been our strength. This is so emotionally manipulative, it's actually bonkers. Your support has reminded us that we're not alone. Your love has helped us stand in the face of heartbreak, threats, and misinformation. Now, as the legal process moves forward towards a trial, we enter an even more intense phase, one that will demand everything from us emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Give us more money. Some may wonder what this fund is truly for, and we want to clarify with transparency and honesty. Yeah, they've done one update. They offered, for the people that gave them $500,000, they gave them a single update. That's it. Now they want $1.4 million in a absolutely bonkers request. These funds are used to be covering essential and urgent needs that have arisen as a result of this tragic situation, including but not limited to safe relocation of our family, basic living expenses, transportation to and from court proceedings. What? Don't they have a car? While legal expenses are a significant part of this fund, they are only part. That's right, we need more money. Our family, a loving, God-fearing family, so they're invoking God, is simply seeking safety, justice, and peace in these trying times. Despite the lies that have endangered us and others, we continue to choose forgiveness. But forgiveness does not mean silence or surrender. We stand firm in our commitment to truth and justice, and we need your continued support to carry that forward. We need your money. This isn't just about our son. This is about every young person's right to a fair process. Oh, I'm sure it is. As long as you don't bring a knife to school and take another kid's life, you're probably going to be okay. This is about ensuring the Constitution applies to all of us, not just some. So they're just invoking this race victim stuff. We're not here to try this case on social media. We are not interested in online arguments or judgment from those who do not know the full story. I know the full story. Your kid was where he didn't belong, and he took another kid's life. It's really not more complicated than that. This is not a self-defense case. That kid, your kid, brought a knife to school with the intent to use it. That's a fact. So today we humbly ask, please consider making another donation. Please contribute to share it within your network. Please stand with us for truth, for justice, for our son. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Your prayers, your compassion, your generosity have meant more than words can express. They have now raised the goal to $1,396,725. Do you know why they had that weird number? It's because they want you to think that they really worked hard on crunching the numbers. That's it. They want you to think they really worked hard on crunching these numbers. And like, what's bonkers is like, they obviously didn't, right? 537,000. They haven't even spent a fraction of that. Now they want another million on top of it. And it's working. The money is pouring in. 10, 50, 10, 100, 30, 20. Here's a 200. Who's the biggest donor, by the way? Somebody gave $3,000. I mean, this is a grift of the utmost. You see, lol, the only comment that he hid on the post was mine. Now you get the courtesy of a quote post. You baby shaking grifter, talking about Dominique Alexander. His post telling about needing more money got ruthlessly ratioed. Here's the real reason they made the statement. They want $1.4 million. I mean, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, there are rumors that this Dominique, Williams, that there is some weird stuff between him and his wife, but that looks kind of like, here, breaking Karmelo case, drama deepens. Sources claim Karmelo's mother was involved with Dominique Alexander of Next Generation Action Network, leading to Anthony's father stepping in to cut ties with both Alexander and NGAN. Allegedly, their services were terminated, which might explain why Alexander hasn't been seen publicly. Well, now we know that that is simply not true because he just made a statement on this yesterday. To wrap it up, court case delayed, turned down a plea deal, demanded another $1 million. This is bonkers. This is an insane grift. Make sure you keep it locked in here. You subscribe or follow down below. As each update comes out, I'll be all over it. I promise you that. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again real soon.